She's a comedian.
Woo! Okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
yeah, I don't know.
We're ready.
She does all madness.
Hold tight, mukbangs with the titties out.
None the Wiser podcast, episode 27. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. Let's get into it.
Alright, listen, I got this one. This is actually one of my tunes. Yeah, let's get into it, man.
Get in the whip, up on the strip, I'm the man today. Feds in the rear, I'm in the clear, they just ran my plates. Then I switch lanes, then I switch lanes, then I switch lanes, then I switch lanes. Get in the whip, up on the strip, I'm the man today. Feds in the rear, I'm in the clear, they just ran my plates. Then I switch lanes, then I switch lanes, then I switch lanes. Yeah, I wake up feeling comfortable. More than that, I'm kinda feeling like the constable. Never get in charge, kinda feeling like Miss Trunchbull. Minus that anger, going ham, I'm like some Lunchables. I'm eating good, I'm eating steak with the vegetables. You eating McDonald's, my G, that is not edible. These rappers talking about their tracks ain't defensible. My pen is nice, fam, your writing is not legible. You get my drift, I'm the man, but I ain't no 50 cent. Your whole tape ain't even worth 50 pence. You couldn't outrun my team with 50 pence. One of my bars always like 50 men. One of my bars all dead like 50 guys. I don't believe these Insta lies. Wear the shirt if you fit the size. Predicaments, them man, I improvise. Like, get in the whip, up on the strip, I'm the man today. Feds in the rear, I'm in the clear, they just ran my plates. Then I switch lanes, then I switch lanes, then I switch lanes, then I switch lanes. Get in the whip, up on the strip, I'm the man today. Feds in the rear, I'm in the clear, they just ran my plates. Then I switch lanes, then I switch lanes, then I switch lanes. I let my women with the curves like an hourglass. Slap me up like Mr. Burns with the power plant. Hotel, don't tell, things will go well. Freshen up, get the pump if it goes well. Breakfast in the morning, eating up a big belly. Hotel, I like my rooms with the big telly. I like comfort cause I like living comfortably. Fuck with me, I'll leave a pussy in the trunk, you see. Yeah. I don't fuck with these cats, cause I ain't never had no luck with these cats. End up in the back of the truck with these cats. Stressing I'm in the cuffs with these cats. I don't play with them fools, I ain't got nothing to say to them fools. I ain't never get paid with them fools. They run with the dogs, man, I run with the bull. Get in the whip, up on the strip, I'm the man today. Feds in the rear, I'm in the clear, they just ran my plates. Then I switch lanes, then I switch lanes, then I switch lanes, then I switch lanes. Get in the whip, up on the strip, I'm the man today. Feds in the rear, I'm in the clear, they just ran my plates. Then I switch lanes, then I switch lanes, then I switch lanes, then I switch lanes.
None the Wiser, episode
27.
27. Welcome. Yeah, man.
Feel me?
Switch lanes.
Ghost mentality.
Check it out, YouTube. Ghost Mentality YouTube channel. Got some beats running there, some tunes.
Yeah, so boy, what's going on in the world? We got Chinese spreading the coronavirus.
Yeah, man. Motherfuckers are getting ill out here. Apparently it's only affecting more elderly people though.
Really?
So far. Or I say that it's more elderly people contract it more.
I want to know
people.
why this shit happens whenever something important is going on, bro. Like Ebola. Seems as though there's I'm not trying to be no conspiracy thing, yeah, but it seems like one of these things pops up every now and then. Like, seems like we've got Brexit going on. I'm not saying that because it's a global thing, yeah, it wouldn't be just England. I'm saying these things just pop up every now and then. They make it out to be a lot more serious than it actually is.
Well, they declared it.
They just declared it, innit? The World Health Organization or whatever. They just declared it as a global epidemic.
A global epidemic.
Yeah, well, bruv, it's in America now. Apparently it's touched over in the UK now.
Yeah, two people.
Apparently it's in Australia. Bruv, give Australia a break.
For real.
Do you know what I'm saying? Forest fires, floods, and now this, bruv. Come on, man.
Taking the piss, man.
You know what I mean? But apparently New Zealand, obviously China. You know what I mean? It's a lot of people are miseducated in this though. A lot of people are saying it's a brand new thing. It's not a brand new thing. Coronavirus has been around for years. It's a strain that is stronger than what we are used to.
Like cheese.
Coronavirus has been around, bruv.
Yeah.
Where though? Specifically in China?
It's just all around the world. It's just a virus that has been around for a very long time. But the strain, for whatever reason, that's what I'll be more interested in. Why has the strain suddenly developed into a stronger strain? Because apparently, they've said that it's developed from, in China, something called a wet market. Now, apparently a wet market is something where you can get nearly any species of animal, either dead, alive, cut up, meat, whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? So...
And this is in China?
Yeah, in China. So,
now, hear what I'm saying about these... Like, I'm not being funny. They eat anything. And it's not just Chinese, it's other places around that area, like Japan.
Don't trust China.
People...
China is asshole.
I've heard people say, bruv, the Chinese will be the last people who will never go hungry. Because they eat everything.
Now, yeah.
From bugs to livestock. I don't know, livestock, whatever.
A plate of mice surrounded by tomatoes.
Okay.
Live mice.
No, bro.
Have you seen the girl? Have you seen the girl in China that her thing is literally she eats anything? Have you seen it?
Wait, what?
She'll literally pick up the weirdest shit and fucking eat it.
Oh, is it that one that looked like a shell with a dick?
Yeah, bruv. What? She'll eat anything. Some big ass snail grub looking thing in a shell, bruv, yeah? Like, bruv, just like half the size of my dick, bruv, yeah? And then boom, she'll yam it, fam.
What is it?
It's like a big fucking thing like that, bruv.
Bursting snail.
This is it. She'll eat and she smacks it, bruv.
Why is she slapping it?
Bro, and
what is she rolling it in?
I don't know, bro, but she...
Bruv, is that like dehydrated raspberries, bro? What the fuck is that?
Man said dehydrated.
You know what it's like to me?
Freeze dried.
You know,
it looks like...
You know the onion shit you get in...
it's not the onion.
You know the shit I'm talking about?
Yeah, we got the salad bar.
Yeah, the crumb thing, the bacon, is it the bacon thing, the crumbs. Yo,
that's what it looks like.
She's trying to get flavour.
She getting the bacon.
She got the sauce on it. What's that? Bit of soy.
That don't look like
soy. Bit of soy fish sauce.
Bro.
I'm gonna say that.
What is that?
That's some. No.
That looks like it came out of that too.
What the? Bro, watch when she bites into it. Oh man. Oh! No! This girl eats anything. No,
did it change colour? No, wait, it didn't. Mate, that bursted.
No, bro. You can keep that. China, keep that. Bro.
She's done that before.
Bro.
Bro, what the yo.
Here's what I'm saying.
My fucking drink.
You got nothing to say about it.
Here's what I'm saying. Bro.
Half the mass of that thing was liquid.
Chinese people are nuts, bruv. Bro. Coronavirus. No wonder.
No, listen, I don't understand.
No wonder you're developing stronger strains.
What is it?
I don't know. I don't really want to know. I'll be honest. I want to be ignorant, bruv. You know that in Matrix, bruv, yeah, when he wished he never took the pill, bruv? I want to be like that. I want to be ignorant. I wish I never saw it,
It
fam.
was the blue pill.
It was the blue pill, fam. I wish I never took it, fam. See it.
They don't know what causes coronavirus.
They don't know what causes
But
it.
it's not a new thing.
It's not news. It's from the 60s they discovered.
I mean,
Exactly.
SARS is
Coronavirus
another
has been
invention.
around since the 60s. So people, I see this one video in it where this brother, he had antibacterial spray. He was somewhere in America or maybe Canada. I think it was America though. And on the back of it, in his video, it seemed he was very miseducated about what the coronavirus was, because he was like, it's a new thing. But how is this product here saying that it kills human coronavirus? Because on the back it says it kills human coronavirus. But obviously in that video it's like, it's not a new thing, bruv. It's been around. It's the strain of it is stronger.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? It's a stronger weed, bruv.
What if?
A strong weed, that man.
A
It's
strong
viruses
weed.
are mad. What if like we found out that it only affects people with like nub.
Some
Say that again?
nub dick disease, yeah?
Bruv,
It only
what?
affects.
Wait.
What if we found out it
Yo.
only affects like people with small penises?
It's like, you're doomed, mate. I'm sorry. There's nothing we can.
It's called the. I never said that. I never said
The
that.
connection is made. Somebody called.
I never said that.
Yo, I thought that was a connection, innit? I'm not saying that's the case.
I never said that. Okay. Man, no, we're not like moving from that into that. Okay, we're taking this away from any discrimination.
No discrimination,
language,
it's just a question.
offensive language
Bro,
like
the
that.
thing is in the world, yeah, if you don't ask these questions, you never get the answer.
Okay, wait, hold on.
People are
This
too shook to ask the questions that they know what they want. They want the answer to, but they don't want to ask it.
hypothetical. Yeah, hold on. Imagine like the fucking like news reporters, bro. We've got John out in the field. John, tell us what's going on. well, scientists are saying it's only affecting people with penises below 5 inches. Doctors are encouraging people to go and get their penis measured
Bro,
at the general practice.
Oh, that
bro,
would be an awkward.
and then it goes to the
conversation.
commentator of in the newsroom, and he's like, man gets up like, I gotta go.
It's just like.
Yeah, I gotta go. Man whips out the tape measure. He's like, where's the tape measure?
You switch back to the guy in the newsroom and he's gone.
You know what I'm saying? Man's just darked out.
Yeah,
So,
I don't know.
I don't know, man. I don't know what all this wet market thing's about, bruv. From what I understand of it, I might be completely wrong, but it sounds to me like it's almost like a black market, but that you can walk into literally and buy anything.
Like where they get
And when I mean anything like animal related, like any kind of meat, dead,
Shop
live,
food.
whatever.
Ah,
Yeah.
shit.
Do you know what I mean? So I don't know, man. All I know is that it spreads through.
Stop eating stuff that's not meant to be eaten.
I don't even, bro. There was a rumor going around. This particular one, obviously, it came from a wet market, but it was something to do with bats.
Stop eating bats.
I don't know if they were eating bats or the bats because they were like a particular type of bat. You know how you get vampire bats? They feed on live cattle. I don't know if it was something to do with that and where they've bit live cattle that are being sold in these wet markets. The virus is spread to the animal and then it's being passed through that. But I don't know. I might not be 100% on that. But I remember hearing that somewhere. But yeah, apparently it's being spread through like a cold. It's being spread like a cold. If you sneeze on or cough on a handle, for example, when someone touches it, you're more likely to get it. It goes into the eyes as well. So someone coughs in your face, it will go through your eyes. That's why people are wearing goggles.
Sounds like some kind of SDT. You catch it in wet markets where you go to buy fucking Narnia and shit. You know, I don't even know what's going on. But yeah, man, it just seems as though that place there has been the source of many infections, bro, and diseases. I don't understand.
When you think about all these diseases, yeah, they come from animals, man.
Mm.
Like, look at the plague. The plague. It was actually
The bubonic plague.
Yeah, it was what were they called? Were they the lice on the rats? Or
It was
something
from
like that?
the. So what it was the lice that was biting the rats, and then when the rats bit humans because of the rat population within London at the time, obviously it started to spread the plague, bubonic
Cancer,
plague.
yeah.
Obviously, bubonic plague hasn't just been in England, though. It's been in, I think it's been in Africa. There's been cases in Africa. It's still about now, you know. The plague is actually still about, but there's a cure for it now.
Sure, there's a cure.
But the plague is nasty, man. You get all things called buboes, which are like boils on your body that burst. And yeah, it's nasty, guys. But
sounds fucking amazing.
Ugh.
yeah.
Black Death.
Did you know that's what the song "Ring a Ring of Roses" was about? Yeah.
Yeah.
Ring a roses, a pocket full of posies, a tissue, we all fall down.
Bro, scary movies fucking spoiled fucking nursery rhymes for me, man. Them shit's
Bro,
always-
nursery rhymes is deep, you know.
Fucking, bro.
Some nursery rhymes go deep.
I can't deal with that shit.
But yeah, I think that was it there. Is that like a bubo there?
Anthrax.
Yeah, anthrax.
Skin lesions. It only says Middle East and Europe.
Oh really? I thought there was a case in Africa somewhere.
We don't get blamed.
No, it probably was.
I don't know.
It's
It probably
at some
was,
point.
to be
There
fair.
was something going on.
I thought there was something to do with it. There have been no reports of coronavirus in Africa.
Yeah.
You know like how, like I don't know, viruses. Some viruses don't do as well in like certain environments. So I wonder if it will only go to certain environments. Like it will spread better in certain countries. Do you know what I mean? I wonder if it gets to a more hotter climate, it might not do as well. Or if it even gets to an even colder climate, it
Well,
might not.
yeah,
do
you
as
think
well.
about a virus is a living thing, so
Exactly, that's what I mean. So apparently there's a cure for it now, though. Apparently I see on the news yesterday they've actually developed a cure, but they need to mass produce it or something. I don't know what that entails, but yeah.
I have no idea.
All I know is, bruv, you man need to stay at these wet markets, bruv. Fucking donkeys and shit. Bruv. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
yeah, apparently this, obviously, like you said, originated in the wet market, but it affected most of the people who worked in that area. So,
Yeah.
yeah, man.
That sounds nasty, man. That's all I know.
Look, I hope I don't get. I don't know.
I mean, I doubt there's 2 confirmed cases in the UK so far.
Yeah, but because it's, I don't even want to say it spread quite quick, but it has spread quite quick. To get it from China to come over here.
Well, that's just because of
But
airplanes.
well, it is that, but it came at an unfortunate time of Chinese New Year as well, which is
Last
obviously
year-
a big celebrated time.
Last year we was all gonna die.
Year of the
before
Rat,
that, but-
funny enough.
Huh?
Year of the Rat, funny enough.
You're the rat.
There's a sign, bro.
But yeah, I don't know, man. Let's
Yo, there's some crazy parasites, yeah? There's one parasite, yeah? And I can't remember what it comes from, but you can't get rid of it, basically. I think it comes from if you eat human brain or something like that, or if you eat like the brain, yeah?
So it's a parasite that
That-
feeds particularly on the
I
brain.
don't know if it's a parasite or something from you can get it from eating the human brain. Even if you burned, like if a host had this parasite or whatever, yeah, if you burned that host to ashes, the parasite would still exist.
How the fuck is that possible?
Wait, that's
Like its resistance to the heat is so much, like it's so resistant.
but it doesn't have a host anymore.
Yeah, that's what's weird about it. I don't know. I'm not a scientist, bro. I'm not a biologist, so I don't know.
That must be some form of parasite that can be airborne.
Fuck knows.
I don't know because like I don't know. Science really tells us that fire a certain particular temperature of heat,
Well, yeah.
it kills the majority of things.
Majority. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
This
nah.
is a rare thing.
Bruv, that's like the god disease, bruv. I don't know.
The
Fire
god
kills
disease, you know?
everything. I remember I was at my brethren's yard and he's like, you know, you get at the barbecue, we're in the garden and he drops a bit of meat on the ground, bruv. Yeah, and it's like, and it's like, I'm like, what you doing, bruv? And he said, fire kills everything.
Alright, but did you brush that meat off? You know what I'm saying?
I
Brush the
think
meat
you
off.
did brush the meat
You gotta
off.
brush the meat off, fam.
But he's like, fire kills everything. The way he looked so serious as well.
Do you know what?
man.
Yeah, going
Cool.
talking about viruses and that though. Yeah, I was reading up because for some reason it just made me think of zombies, fam. When I start hearing about viruses,
Yeah,
fam,
no,
yeah.
true, yeah.
I was looking up. Did you know that Canada is the only country in the world that actually has something in place in case the zombie apocalypse actually
Really?
happens? Swear to you now. I didn't believe it. I looked it up.
Canada's a place you would want to be. In the zombie apocalypse, though.
Yeah.
They got guns.
Apparently, they've actually got something
land.
in place.
What, like?
I don't know. I'll be honest. I haven't researched it enough, but I just saw it online and I'd see a few things and they were talking about it. I didn't go into it too deep, but apparently they've got certain things in place regarding the zombie apocalypse.
This is back in the day. Canadian Parliament legitimately discusses zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
There could have been a 10-second conversation where the governor was asked the question.
I tell you why. Yeah, the zombie apocalypse isn't actually
far-fetched.
No, and I'll tell you why. It wouldn't be the fact of dead people coming back to life. It will be... So I remember reading somewhere, you see bath salts.
Yeah.
Apparently there's a chemical in bath salts. So you know they say there's 3 parts of the brain. You got the cortex, the neocortex, and I think it's the medulla?
Medulla oblongata.
I think it's the medulla, yeah. So apparently there's a particular chemical in bath salts. I don't know what it's called, but apparently when you take bath salts as a drug, this chemical goes into, I think it's the cortex or one of them. I can't remember which one it is. And it basically it goes into the part of the brain which breaks down human logic and understanding. So where it breaks it down, then your brain only relies on your reptilian side of your brain, which basically is your instincts and everything else, like your primal instincts and everything. Do you know what I mean? So if it can do that, do you remember that video of that guy in the hospital where he was like that, and he was on bath salts? I remember.
I've seen
and he was all bent up and all mad like a zombie.
Yeah.
Apparently that's why they go like that, because it breaks down that part of logic and reasoning in the brain, and it basically brings out your more primal side. So and basically that's the way it will happen. If a zombie apocalypse ever happens, it will be because somewhere within the human brain, your aggression and primal need to feast and all of that will be stronger than any other need, in a sense, and it will take over. Because like you said, in 28 days later, and 28 weeks later, that wasn't like dead people coming back to life. That was aggression. They had aggression put into them, and that's what it was, like a primal thing.
Yeah, that's all.
So the zombie thing ain't actually far-fetched, you know. If the right scientists find the right thing,
I think when it comes to
the wrong scientists,
or the wrong scientists, or the wrong scientists.
I've always thought if there was some kind of like zombie apocalypse, the zombies aren't, like, in my opinion, they wouldn't be trying to eat people. They're just extremely violent, infected humans, bro. Do you know what I mean? So they attack everything that they see.
They will, but then they will probably have a basic knowledge of or understanding of primal instinct to eat. Yeah, the need to eat.
Yeah.
Every animal has that need to eat, bro. And like we discussed it on previous podcasts, like with the whole veganism thing, like you put a vegan in a room with a cow and a knife and the means to cook it, you'll kill it and he'll eat it.
Fuck off, Linda McCartney.
Do you get what I'm saying? Linda
McCartney.
McCartney. Is that Paul McCartney's wife?
I don't know, bro.
Linda McCartney.
She makes vegan sausages, yeah. I'm not eating.
But yeah, it's not far fetched.
Yeah.
It's not far fetched. It could happen.
That's actually mad. Nah, fuck that, man.
I don't know about all that, bro. I do want to see the Stephen A. Smith interview, though.
Oh, wait, hold on.
This made some noise, bro, and I just want to see, because I haven't seen
what interview is this? What
so, hold on. So, basically, this was after the Conor
McGregor fight.
Cerrone fight, yeah?
Yeah.
Stephen A. Smith and Joe Rogan and some other reporter dude, they were talking about the fight afterwards. And then basically what Stephen A. Smith was saying, we didn't learn a damn thing about Conor McGregor in his fight. But then Joe Rogan was like, yeah, we did. We learned this, we learned that, we learned this. And then, and Stephen A. Yeah, so let's go to the video.
Well, I think you learned a bit about it.
You did.
In my opinion.
This is the thing.
Alright, let me hear this, man, because I've not seen this, innit? And I like Joe Rogan.
When he was hungry, when he was desperate, and that's why he fought so intensely tonight. This is tough for me because here I'm standing next to a legend, okay? And far be it for me to refute anything that Joe Rogan says, but here's my reality: we haven't learned a damn thing about Conor McGregor based off of this fight.
Have you seen his pad thing?
Listen, hold on.
I'm just bringing it up. I'm I'm bringing it up. Alright, cool. Let me watch it, yeah. But right now, yeah, from watching that, yeah, don't comment.
Listen, the man did not get hit other than one kick to the arm. That's it. I mean, he didn't. Look.
Did he just say Cerrone only got a kick to the arm? Or who got a kick to the arm? What are you talking about?
Does he
I
understand
never
about
hit that much.
Cerrone, fam? Does he understand what he's about when he does fights?
Alright, hold on.
The last week. Okay? And I don't fight. I mean, come on, y'all. The fact of the matter is, we don't know, and we know that Conor McGregor is a champion. We know he's a great fighter. We know that he's box office. He's phenomenal for the sport. We're all happy he won. If you love this sport, you got to be happy that Conor McGregor won. But you didn't learn anything from tonight's fight because Cowboy Cerrone just didn't show up. I could have ran.
Right.
Now, we all know Cerrone is a slow starter. I said this before the fight. I was like, listen, Cerrone is a slow starter. Conor McGregor is a notoriously fast starter. He's going to get caught.
Let me tell you now, yeah.
That's what's happening.
Let me tell you now, yeah. Cerrone, yeah, he's notorious for knocking people out with kicks, fam. Do you know what I'm saying? So for the fact that Conor McGregor has trained enough knowing his opponent that he's about that life, yeah, to actually give him that left kick that he done, bruv. Cerrone wasn't expecting it, bruv. So he's trained for him. Do you get what I'm saying? You can see that already, bruv. Like, you can't just say you haven't learned anything from the McGregor fight, fam.
He's not a fucking, even an MMA pundit.
I know.
This guy...
Why is he commenting?
Come out here talking out of school. I mean, I doubt that he even has watched that much MMA.
Do you know what it is? Do you know what it reminds me of? You know people like... You know like the average Joe that never done martial arts or any form of boxing, sparring, whatever in your life, and you sit down on your couch, yeah, with your kind of Stella, yeah, and fucking and your bowl of peanuts, yeah, and you're watching the boxing or whatever, yeah, and then you're like, that's shit, man. You got banged up, man.
Why doesn't he just punch him?
Why don't you just punch him and knock him out? See, if I was there, I would have done that, and that. You know what I mean? Bro, you've never trained in your life. You don't even know how to throw a punch. Do you know what I'm saying? You have no right to comment on anything in your life to do with boxing, martial arts, anything, fam. Nothing.
And for 40 seconds. I disagree. We learned he rises to the occasion. We learned he can put Cowboy away. We learned that he can land a that's fair. we learned that he can beat him down. We learned that this guy performs when the lights are on him. We don't even... We learned that he was focused, and we saw. I've been aware of his training. He was in tip-top shape for this, and he was treating this like this is a potential resurrection of his career. Nurmagomedov humiliated Floyd Mayweather, humiliated him. So there's 2 humiliating losses in a row. This was his return, and it was a pretty significant return.
I can stand corrected on that because what he's saying is when you look at what Conor McGregor did, you can take something from seeing what he did based on what he's done in the past. He was knocking guys out in the past with his fist. This time it was a leg kick. It was the shoulder. So that's something new. All I'm trying...
Did you just call it a leg kick?
Leg kick? A leg kick, Stephen A. Smith?
Leg kick to the midsection.
Leg kick to the midsection.
Have you ever seen that highlight of Goldie where he says all the wrong things?
Oh, no.
That's where I got it from. Leg kick to the midsection.
Leg kick to the...
All I'm alluding to is what Cowboy Cerrone was incapable of taking inside of 40 seconds. Like you said, Joe, if you're done in 15 seconds, it's hard for me. I understand what you're saying. I'm not disagreeing with it. I get it. I learned something from you tonight. I got that. In terms of what Conor McGregor, something different came to his arsenal. But my Lord, you couldn't back up Cowboy Cerrone. You couldn't catch a deep breath. You couldn't circle the octagon just a little bit, get your bearings on you. You couldn't do anything. 40 seconds?
There was not a
40
challenge.
seconds.
There was not a challenge that maybe even Conor McGregor expected.
Now, that's someone who's never been in a ring, bro. He's probably not even sparred before.
There's no time.
Was it on the last podcast we was talking about the fight when it was going to be up and coming?
No,
And I swear we did. We was going to talk about when it was up and when the fight was going to happen, yeah. And one of you lot was like, Cerrone's known for going easy on his opponents when he's cool with them.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Conor
exactly
was
that.
Bro,
very
Conor
nice.
McGregor's respectful and nice in that fight. He was very respectful and nice in that fight. Like he was
I
respectful
was
to his mum.
brain, fam.
But as soon as Conor's in that ring, we're not friends.
Yeah.
Exactly that. We
That's
are
it.
not friends. Same way as when you're in the studio with Dr. Dre, yeah, people have always said you're not his friend in the studio, bruv. That's it. It's business. It's work. Done.
Yeah.
Straight up. And that's what Connor's about, bruv. And like I said, he's trained for Cerrone, bruv.
So Stephen A. Smith has absolutely no right to be commenting on any martial arts, not even boxing.
Can we
Not even
Can we
boxing.
go to his video, please? Because I don't know what the fuck's going on
You
there.
talking about the uppercut
Bro.
to the toddler's chin?
Bro,
the
I see him do this downward punch
to the midget.
He was doing a downward punch like.
What's that?
That punch there.
When are you throwing them? When are you
First
throwing
of
them?
all, hold on. Can we just point it out here? Hold on. Can we just point out, first of all, who is your pad man?
Yeah, why is your trainer allowing you to do that?
Yeah? Because he's collecting the check
You're paying him guap for this.
for that training to punch kids. To punch.
Come on, man.
Listen,
Let me.
first of all,
He's knocking out children.
I'm not gonna highlight all the things that are wrong with his form.
He's going home
He
to
just
knock
needs
out
to,
his
like-
kids. He's
Man said to look at his kids.
Is that you little motherfucker?
Why? Is it me?
Little chimpanzee.
Is it me?
Way man
Or are
chilling.
his legs really long for his torso?
He does have a long-legged. Oh my days!
Bruh, why are your legs so long?
You know what? He should have
And
been
your
a
neck is
kickboxer.
really short.
Go back 25 years.
It's so short.
What the hell was that about?
Anyway. It's true.
That man set him up.
I reckon that's conspiracy. The Padman set him up to.
Padman set him up. He said, I don't like this guy. Let's
He
make
looks
him look
tired. He's been having a work.
Let me see something. Let me just. Even his footwork's a bit nuts and.
We know he's a novice at this point. You know what I mean?
Don't get me wrong. If you're a novice, like these
Yeah,
things
but
are too
that
expected.
is ridiculous.
Do you know what? It's mad. Like,
It's the Padman's
do you know what it is?
Really?
Exactly that. I put more blame on the Padman than I do him because the Padman should be like, look, don't do it how you're doing it.
But
Do
you
it
look
this
where
way.
he's holding the pad, bro.
He's holding it down here.
But exactly that. It's the Padman's fault.
No, but then even then, Stephen A. Smith should have kind of he's so opinionated. He should be like, what's the
didn't-
purpose?
But this
of
is
that
but
punch?
this is my point. Like people
must always
people
punch
can watch fights and martial arts or whatever, and they can formulate opinions. But until you actually do it and train it, it's completely different, bro. Like it's different. It looks fucking easy when you're watching it. It looks so easy, but it's not.
Guys like him have the resources to pay someone to come to his house and train him, which is obviously what he's doing here. Because that ain't no
Bro,
fucking
yo,
gym.
He could pay man like Mel or Rick, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? Certified P, bro.
Yeah.
And they'll train you nice, bro.
This is the thing, yeah. Someone like that should not be commenting on any kind
No.
of professional, not even amateur
No.
combat sports.
No.
Professional.
I
You
mean,
don't know anything.
don't get me wrong. You can have an opinion as a commentator, commenting actually on it, live on TV or whatever. No. Like for me, you need to have some form of understanding of certain techniques and moves and how they should be, and I don't think you have it. And
He
And
can't.
he got the flack for that.
yeah,
I see someone edited a picture of him actually punching a toddler in the face.
bro, he's training for that zombie apocalypse when they're on the floor, fam.
No leg zombies.
Yeah,
I got
no
those
leg-
zombies with no legs,
They're
man.
no leg zombies, bro.
Yeah, man. That's
I swear there's another punch though. I swear he does this downward punch.
that is the downward punch.
No. He does it. I swear he does his other punch, bro.
No, bro. That's the combo. Just 2 punches. And he's a southpaw as well.
Mad.
1 punch to, I don't know where, to the upper leg. Like what he did. To be fair, I've seen one MMA fighter punch to the leg but it's more as even Anderson Silva's done it.
Yeah, it's a
However,
distraction
not the way
thing,
he's
innit?
doing
Yeah,
it.
it's more of a distraction.
It's with the lead hand. So you slap their leg to distract them, and then go up top.
Yeah.
What the way
Do you know
he's
what I'm
doing it? What would have been better is if he had a belly pad, and then he came kind of straight
Body,
with
yeah.
the boom. Do you know what I mean? Instead of going.
Yeah, right now, if he's imitating a body punch, it don't work. It don't. Look
Well, he's
right,
not
bro.
going straight for the body. Like, it would have been better from when you're coming down like that. It would have been better if you went for the body, like instead of. I don't know what you're hitting.
I mean, it looks. I don't know. If it was going to the body, you could say it's kind of like a Mike Tyson sort of combination. You go to the kidney or the liver.
No, the liver's on,
No,
on
the
this
liver's,
side.
the liver's
So
dead.
you'd wanna
You'll have to
wing
step
kidney
boom
punch.
and then go.
Kidneys at the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying if he was to step to the side.
Yeah, but he's
Yeah,
not.
but he's got
You know what I'm saying?
he's got to have an understanding of doing that footwork.
Yeah.
Right now, his footwork's not even great.
Well, he's a novice. We know this.
No, I get that, and that's why to me,
The pad
the
man's
blame
at
is on the pad man, bro.
The pad man is at fault.
If the pad man knows what he's doing, then he should correct him. Sorry.
Didn't Conor tell him to apologise?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Conor, I'm sure Conor
You
McGregor.
listen, you're fucking twat. Better fucking apologise, yeah?
Conor McGregor, Stephen. What?
Going back to the Conor fight quickly, that shoulder move was nice.
Yeah. The
Innit?
second
The shoulder move
shot
was
broke his
nice.
nose, bro.
It wasn't expected. Do you know what I mean? And it wasn't even like it was in a clinch. He was more further away. Kind of bang came into it.
No,
And the height difference was perfect.
That was
Yeah. It was nice.
Oh.
Effective as well. Bust him up.
Oh, for God's sake.
It's Nick
Apparently,
Diaz.
Nate
Nick
Diaz
Diaz.
is saying that Joe Rogan, Conor, and Stephen A. Smith an apology.
No. No.
For what?
Why is his shoulders so mad, fam? It's like he permanently trained shoulders and nothing.
Rogan and Conor should give Stephen A. Smith an apology.
He's mad.
He said what it was. The fight was over before it started. Get off each other's nuts. Bro, the fight was over when it was meant to finish. Like, it is what it is, isn't it?
Bro, at the end of the day, yeah.
You want a longer fight for some reason?
What?
Conor didn't want a longer fight.
It ended where it ended.
Did this fight last longer than
It's 40 seconds.
the Aldo fight?
No.
How, what was-
Actually,
what was the knockout of the Aldo
no,
fight?
Aldo was literally, he threw a couple strikes, then Aldo came in, overshot,
So this,
and he capitalized.
yeah. So this fight lasted longer than the Aldo fight.
I'm actually not sure.
Yeah, it
I'm
was
sure it
definitely
did
longer.
Because this fight lasted around 40
Oh,
seconds.
yeah.
Around that.
Really, it
I'm
was
sure,
over.
I'm sure Aldo was
Drop
at
him.
least about 20 seconds in, bro.
15.
You know what? The thing is,
13?
the,
I feel like 13 was the number, you know. I keep thinking 13 for some reason.
What was Masvidal? 5 seconds? 4 seconds?
oh, that
3
was
seconds?
very, very quick, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know, it wasn't long though.
It was
I
very
don't know,
quick.
you know. I don't know how long it was.
Either way, Masvidal holds the record.
Yeah,
I think so.
but it's.
But I think the Aldo one was about 15 seconds.
There wasn't much, but the thing is, the Cerrone fight was over anyway in like 20 seconds. But it's because he let it carry on.
Extra. Yeah, extra shots.
And do you know what? Also, talking about it, yeah. All the people commenting, taking the piss out of Cowboy, bruv, yeah. I beg you don't, fam. Do you know how much of a good record he's got, fam? Like,
Not even that. If you don't even fight. It's
that's
only
what I'm
people who
saying.
don't fight
That's what
who
I'm
say
saying.
things
But
like
it's just like,
that. You took a fall. You took a dive.
yeah, like you're all taking the piss, bruv. But it's like, bruv, unless you've got the balls to train and get in the ring yourself, don't comment.
Yeah.
Don't comment. please.
So like these people have obviously not been kicked in the head before.
Bro,
Do you know what I'm saying?
Not even
Taking
in the head.
any
Bro,
blows to
not
the
even
head.
in the head, fam. Not even in the head, fam. Try to take a fucking kick to your ribs or fucking anything, bruv. If I teach you in your fucking stomach or chest, bro, you're gonna know about it, fam.
What Conor done was very smart because he
The
said
whole
that.
build up.
He set
the whole
no,
build
but I'm saying
up.
in the fight he set the kick up very well because
Yeah, it was
he
nice.
noticed that Cerrone was slipping the left hand,
Mm.
so he thought, okay, throw the left hand a couple more times.
Yeah.
You're expecting the left hand, you're gonna slip it, and I'm gonna follow up with my kick.
Mm.
Boom.
Do you know what? I enjoyed seeing Conor come back. I can't lie. I'm a fan of Conor. Do you know what I mean? I like Conor McGregor. Who's he gonna fight next? I don't know. I'm hearing talk of Khabib. Personally, I don't think he should.
It's not gonna happen.
I don't think he should fight him yet. I'm not saying he shouldn't fight him. Not yet.
Why not?
I don't know. I don't know. I'd like to see... Because personally, I don't know if he'd win. I don't think he will.
You know...
And I don't want to see him lose so soon to his comeback. I want to see him fight at least maybe 2-3 more people. Then do it. I mean...
Speaking of people who shouldn't have been fighting, this Jake Paul, AnEsonGib. Let me tell you something.
This is I mean, this is leading up to maybe a KSI fight.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. KSI said he'll fight him.
I know KSI.
KSI said before the fight, he
KSI
said,
will fight him,
if
yeah.
you beat AnEsonGib, then I'll fight you, or something like that.
Boom. There it is.
There, of course he wants the money, man.
Money in the bank.
This is so funny because it's a YouTube fight, so he has no real record, so they're just like, he has 19.7 million YouTube followers. Do you know what I'm saying? That's not really a stat that you should be quoting before a fight. Why is that even a thing? Like, it doesn't even matter.
What's that?
They're quoting on the screen has 19.7 million YouTube followers.
That doesn't matter here. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is gonna become a thing, you know. Telling you, I've been saying
It's
it.
already a thing, it's a thing now. Yeah. So he came out in the gas mask.
Extraordinary scenes in Los Angeles last night. Florida.
It was like a Floyd Mayweather thing.
And from Puerto Rico.
I've never actually heard of this AnEsonGib guy
I don't know
before
who he is either.
the whole KSI thing.
I don't know who he is. All I know
What's
is
his name? AnEsonGib.
He looks
Yeah,
pretty
he's
out
from
of shape.
Bath.
From Bath.
Yeah, I've been to Bath a couple of times.
He looks like he'd
Bath?
fill up a bath on his own, bro. That's what he looks like.
Listen,
Belly
he's
like
gonna
that.
need an ice bath after this fight. So
Who is it? Which one?
that's
was it here?
AnEsonGib here.
Okay.
They were calling him the Beast from the Middle East.
Oh, really? I've seen... Anyway.
So
Did he lose?
anyway,
Let's
oh,
go.
hold on, Nate.
He is a YouTube star, undefeated in his amateur career.
Whoa, that's. Did he fight? I think he's fought before actually.
And tonight, he makes his professional debut. Hailing from Saudi Arabia and representing the United Kingdom, ladies and gentlemen, here is the
Let's
seven-figure
speed it.
killer,
You got KSI
the Beast
in
from the East.
So
So he's
Jake
from
Paul. Jake Paul was being him. He's from Bath. Jake Paul was actually being trained by what was his name again? I can't remember. It's a boxer, famous boxer.
Shannon Briggs.
No, that was Sean.
No, I know that was
That
his
was
brother.
Logan.
Yeah, I know that was his brother, but I thought he would do it.
Well, there he is, the ringside.
So let's see what I got.
So there goes the bell, and you can see immediately.
Immediately, why are you getting
the difference between the two? Jake Paul just trying to get onto
Oh,
the
it's
jab.
bro, I'm so
Fucking
fucking else.
weird.
I thought this guy was someone else.
You know what it is,
Fucking
yeah?
I
weird.
was picturing some fat brother in my head, you know. I don't know why.
I mean, he's not fat. He's not ripped.
Because I haven't watched it.
Yeah, so let's see.
Then follows it up with a left. And what he said he would do, Matt, what he said right from the start, Gib, is that he will bring the heat, he will look to put pressure on, and he will just fight as hard as he can.
This is so funny to
See if
watch.
Jake Paul can handle it.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how their stamina holds up with the nervous energy.
I mean, I can tell he's so nervous.
Whoa, look at
The one in the red is
He's
very
using a lot of
nervous.
energy right now.
Yeah, so much energy.
Yeah.
Unnecessarily. Pace yourself.
Drain out of the big guys that
Look how low he is. Not that saying that it's wrong. I'm saying that you're losing balance.
You're losing balance and you're expelling a lot of energy just bending down and getting back up.
No, I don't get it twisted because he can do that. But he's all over the place.
experience.
And it actually works. When the guy throws a jab, he's ducking under.
But he's not returning.
He's not
Trying to stay
returning.
low and keep
But-
that head on the move as much as he can there, Gib. It's
Bro, his hands are everywhere, bro.
No, they are, but he's, you know what I'm saying, yeah?
And Jake Paul just chopping
A style like that can work,
If you're accurate.
but not when you do that.
Yo, turn it off. That man lost balance on himself, fam. Didn't even get hit. Bench is buckled. You only see the local drunk man outside
This,
the pub
I
and he
think-
just
you know
buckles,
what?
fam.
I think I think it comes from him being very nervous
Probably,
and
yeah.
anxious.
Go
and
back.
just adrenaline. It's an adrenaline thing.
Rewind now. Let me see. Man tripped on nothing.
It's an adrenaline thing. I'm telling you, he's very nervous. Yeah?
Used to fight in front of crowds of
It actually
people.
works though. What he's doing works. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's working in the sense of
He's making him miss.
evading his
However,
punches.
Square on start that
he's not returning. Yeah.
No return.
Chopping down. Good stance, and just taking a
Stop.
couple of steps backwards there. I think it was more a balance issue than a damaging shot.
Balance
The
issue.
way he sets up here, Jake Paul.
But you can see it.
He's squaring his stance too much.
Yeah, I think
See
he's
it?
trying to...
You clipped in there.
But you know what it is? There's only so much he can do of that ducking and weaving before he cottons onto what he's doing.
Let me tell you something.
Well, that's a good right hand, and he dipped down.
That face there. Stop. Bro, I didn't even say it to make my laugh. That face there, you're worried. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yo, that's the face
You're
of
thinking-
sourness.
You're thinking, what have I done? Do you know what I'm saying?
Touchdown with a knee there. AnEsonGib. And the referee.
You're wondering if I'm in over my head at this point.
Who's training this brother?
The same guy who trained KSI, Vidal Riley. Which he's legit. He's a professional
no, he's
boxer.
legit. Yeah, he's legit.
Finding his range here, Jake Paul, and finding him quite easily.
Can I add? Yeah. You can only train someone so much.
He can't stand there, AnEsonGib. He can't be that kind of distance, that kind of range. He's got to get it.
What I did see, what Jake Paul did say before the fight, he said, I can fight going backwards. And he just gave the hook as he was stepping backwards. So he's not lying.
Yeah.
Close is safe here for him, but he's been put down again.
You know what? Just not to keep pausing it, but against KSI, that's a valuable tool. Something that Logan Paul couldn't do. Because KSI is very pressure orientated. So fighting backwards, punching while going backwards is very important. Logan couldn't do that. You see what I'm saying? So that will be a factor when they fight.
Touchdown with a knee or with the glove. Look, the referee may have adjusted the ropes, kept him up there actually. So that's 2 knockdowns he suffered inside the first 2 minutes.
Bro, what is he doing, bro?
Balance is an issue for Gib. He's just...
His feet are everywhere.
Do you think dude's just too big for him?
No.
No.
Because
No,
someone his
it's
side,
not
he
to
can
do with
still. He's ducking under the punches. He can get. He just needs to get inside.
Do you know
the
what
punch.
it is? His punch, his ducking and bobbing is working for him, but he's not doing it
He's off
in a
balance.
technical way. Yeah, he's way off balance. Way off balance.
He's off balance. The timing is good,
Yeah,
but he hasn't got his range.
yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying?
And you need your range to return.
Yeah. Otherwise, you're out of range. You've ducked under the punch, but you can't return
Yeah,
because
there's no point. It's pointless. You're just
and
ducking.
you're just ducking under.
Yeah.
You've not given yourself any forward motion to be able to get in range to land a punch.
And when you're keep on ducking, like you're just expending more energy with no return.
Yeah.
Stay on his feet. There's a nice body shot there from Jake Paul.
Your ring awareness.
That jab a few seconds ago just knocked him straight back onto his heels again here. He is trying to move that head on the way in, but he's just getting picked up. I think he's hurt a little bit there by the right hand because he's just trying to lean into Jake Paul, who's punishing him a bit here, and the referee has stepped in and he's weighed this one off with a few seconds remaining in the first round.
Well,
and I make
This
it
is a
right
decisive
there,
win.
the official, because that was only
I
heading.
mean, at the end of the day,
How long has
How long
man
did that
been
last?
training?
Personal
KSI
thing to
long.
do this.
About 2 minutes.
Particularly when you open yourself up to this in front of so many people. This is the world they're in. This is the world they've
How
put
much
themselves in. Of course, but
boxing
still, I think
experience
that
has this guy had?
I think he's got. They both got like a similar boxing.
for it.
He's been doing a
Apart
couple
from
years
this-
longer.
Let me tell you
No.
now.
He's been training for longer, definitely.
Let me,
Paul's
what
been
Jake
training
Paul
for
definitely
longer,
has.
yeah.
Let me tell you now, yeah. What's this guy's name? AnEsonGib.
Yeah.
Some guy.
If he's, I don't know if he's had fights previously, and I don't know if he's trained previously.
No, he's fought before, I think.
Right.
Does he?
If you fought before, your footwork should definitely be better than what it was, because I don't know what that was. Your don't get me wrong, your ducking and weaving was working for you, but your footwork footwork was atrocious, bro.
It was working when he wasn't
So off
falling
balance.
over.
Yeah, but I could have terrible footwork and still duck and bob people's punches.
Yeah, but you'll be in you won't be able to return, or you'll be.
But he
you'll be
wasn't.
left in
But this is my
compromising.
point. So, like, a trainer can only train you so much, and what I mean by that, is a trainer can only train you to the extent of how someone wants to listen and receive what you're telling them.
Yeah.
If you're not receiving it and you're not taking in what they're telling you, and not in your own arrogance, but in your own you're like, whatever, you're not gonna listen and you're not gonna improve. You need to improve, and your footwork was terrible. There was no return. You was literally just ducking and bobbing throughout the whole fight. Your whole fight was survival of not getting knocked out.
I mean, he had the forward pressure, but he wasn't giving anything, right?
Yeah, but there was nothing.
Yeah, nothing really landed.
Like, me and you were sparring out, I could easily be up in your face or whatever, and as you're throwing punches, I'm ducking and weaving, but I'm not throwing anything.
But do you see how he's always out of range?
Yeah.
Like the guy, and that's partly obviously because of the height difference, arm length.
Yeah.
Makes a difference. But at the same time, Jake Paul knows somewhat how to use it to his advantage.
He's incredibly nervous.
I
can
tell
see
he's really
nervous.
So now he's ducking unnecessarily as well a lot of the time.
Yeah.
It's like,
Looking at this, I feel like he's not sparred as much before.
He's been sparring, yeah, definitely. You have to spar.
I don't know, you know.
No, he has. Yeah, he said it in his interview. He's been sparring 12 rounds.
I don't give a fuck if he said it in his interview, bro.
Yeah, but no, listen.
You don't look like
no,
you
but this
sparred.
is the thing. Yeah, this is the thing. Like someone like Vidal Riley, who's training him, is not gonna not have him spar. He needs
I'd like
to spar.
think.
He knows that. Any boxing trainer knows you need to spar before a fight because you need to get you need to get your timing right. You need to get used to that, being in that ring, being under pressure, put you in the shark tank, get you in there with fresh people. Do you know what I'm saying? Putting you in deep waters.
Do you know what it is? Right now, I'm literally basing it off his footwork. I just feel like his footwork should be a lot better than it is. But then nerves can do a lot to people.
I mean, I don't think he's been boxing that long, so. But yeah, man. With this, I'm not surprised at the outcome. Because we saw what Jake Paul did to Deji. Deji lasted.
How many fights has Jake Paul got?
I think just 2.
Oh,
this is the
two.
second
Oh,
one.
okay.
Yeah. But I think he's been training longer. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's funny how all these YouTubers are transitioning into like a formal boxing career. It's a weird boxing career because it's not like a pro boxing, but it's.
You're boxing other YouTubers.
But then how many fights do you need to have before you're like actually good to the pro boxing level? Do you get what I'm saying?
As many as a pro boxer. Unless you're talented and gifted and you put the work in.
But do you think these YouTube stars will ever transition into actually fighting real boxers? Like real professional boxers?
Well, I think Logan Paul said he wanted to fight, what's that guy's name? The WWE wrestler who was in the UFC. He got fucked up a few times.
Who's that?
The wrestler, the WWE guy, CM Punk. Yeah.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, CM Punk, man. Fuck CM Punk, anyway. Well, not fuck CM Punk. He did his thing, innit? Give him those dues.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that fight would go down. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, Logan Paul's got legit wrestling. He can box. So.
Yeah. I mean,
That's true.
These
That's
guys,
true. I forget he's done wrestling. That's true.
These guys got beef. Like, obviously, they've, like, through, I think, KSI and them, I think these guys have had some sort of interaction. You know, and they've hyped it up online, blah, blah, blah. You know, people chat online.
Yeah.
You know, it's gone back and forth. And they're like, yeah, you've got enough followers, I've got enough followers, let's make a fight. Let's do it. And so I think that's kind of what happens here. And it's going to lead to, like how promoters love to do it, the big fight, which is obviously
KSI.
Yeah, KSI.
So it doesn't surprise me, man. People in this online beef business, it just goes in deep, bro. Kind of like, you know, I don't know if you lot wanted to touch on it today, but the whole 1-4 thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
What's the deal with that?
I'll touch on it. Like, I don't know what the whole beef is.
I don't know. Well, to be honest,
Someone said 21.
Yeah,
Is it 21?
disclaimer: we're not promoting any type of violence or any. You know, we're not trying to be proponents of these type of activities.
It's
right?
merely just
expressions
educational
of those
purposes.
involved in the music. You
We
know,
just want to know,
artistically.
like,
21
Anyway,
district. Is
yeah,
that what they're called?
apparently 21 district. Yeah, there's a tune called The Reply,
The
which
Reply,
is, I think maybe, I'm not sure, correct us if we're wrong, a reply to Shanks and Shivs, which was...
Oh, is it?
Which
Okay,
was
that's the
12
one
months
you
before.
watched
I
before.
don't know.
Do you know what? Just also, like, just as educational purposes, because, like, we just want to know.
Let us know in the comments.
Maybe let us know in the comments how this actually all escalated into what it is now.
Because we have no
Do you know
idea.
what I mean? Like, because we don't know how it all started, who had beef with who, whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Who
So,
called you a gronk?
yeah, you know what I'm saying? A grunk.
Fucking Gronk, man.
You know, you fucking grunk, mate. You know what I
Sucking
mean?
the piss, man.
Alright, let's take a look. So this is 21 District, The Reply.
Police are investigating links that say there were 5 drive-by shootings in the city overnight after the
Already shooting. Violence.
Let's say, in the West. Talking all that shit.
Nah, man was like,
I've been through that hate. I've been through one hate. I've seen you.
yo, why does it sound
It's
like
an effect.
In the West, I'm ready. One time they cut.
Hella, man.
Nothing.
This first
Bag on, man.
Tell me how many times your dogs got blocked. We took numerous trips at 70 block. I hit kill convent, pulled out the used to send them blocks. Running snitch to the Oxford, in the Sydney, but today I'm shots. Fucking red off. 21 district, in the Sydney, screaming no effect. Now that we back, running a mock, screaming no.
okay,
Did
so
he say no effect?
Yeah, he made a reference to the No Effect
So
song.
are these lot the same as the Hooligan Hefs guy? Like they're affiliated, I'm assuming.
I'm not sure, man.
He said screaming no effect.
Wait, go
Was
back
that
to the
what-
bar.
is that the Hef thing?
The Hefs
Go
guy
back to the
said.
bar, because he might have been trying to do a subliminal.
He's already accused someone of being a snitch, like in the
It might have been a
first.
subliminal diss to the No Effect song.
Oh,
I
see
don't
what
know.
you mean, yeah.
So let me hear that.
Your dogs got blocked. We took numerous trips at 70 block. I hit kill convent, pulled out the used to send them blocks. Running snitch to the Oxford, in the Sydney, but today I'm shots. Fucking red off. 21 district, in the Sydney, screaming no effect.
21 district, 21 district screaming no effect. So maybe, yeah, maybe they're affiliated. If you know, comment.
I'm gonna let that slide. On the right, in my squad with the puppy on the side. Disrespect, trolling soldiers, that's straight suicide.
That horn reminds me of this track, man.
That horn is like the early 2000s kind of like,
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
For real.
That ludicrous.
them kind, yeah, Ludacris, T.I.
Luda,
and that,
yeah.
man. It's not a drill beat.
No.
Yeah, it sounds like a
But I wouldn't call it drill anyway.
Yeah.
Last time I checked, that leader folks were laying on the floor. Trying to shoot that WDBs, don't remember when your brothers got hit and Butcher got a second 10. It's wood nut, this was back in 09. You stopped with JM7.
Not as creative
This high
in their portrayal.
Not
You
as
know,
creative.
Not as creative in their
No,
visuals here.
but I feel like it's not meant to be. I feel like it's a direct diss. You
It's
know, when
just
you get a
straight up
direct diss, it's like, you know, fuck away all the effects, fuck everything. It's a straight video. You're getting dissed from.
You're gonna have Hella Man.
Hella man in the videos.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
You
it.
lot are snitching. You lot ain't on.
It's a
nothing.
straight talking thing. You don't need anything else. You know what I mean?
You a smoke, you a fucking smoke. The only smoke you really smoke is when you take that toke. I hold it down for English down your race. We've been through the shit, since you got you running. What? Talk about artists, rocks, trying to be the UK rocks. Bunch of flocks, didn't think you wanna be British rocks. Running back with snitches.
He called them wannabe British gronks.
Oh, what does that mean?
Because basically saying they look up to the UK too much. Using like UK slang and stuff like that. So it's like you lot are.
What's the word? What's the word?
Gronk?
Gronk. Okay.
Sounds like some shit from
Gronk.
Lord of the
Why
Rings.
do I know that?
I know that word.
Where's the Gronk?
I know that.
We're out of Gronk.
Ain't that like a word for porridge? You know what I'm saying? Where's the gronk?
No, Gronk.
Gronk.
Gronk, isn't that someone? I swear that's like a character in a movie. Gronk.
Sounds like it.
It sounds like
Gronk.
It sounds like a fucking ogre, bro.
Gronk. He's in the Disney movie, man, with the alpacas.
The alpacas.
Gronk.
Oh, you talking about
What's his name?
The Emperor's New Groove?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the Gronk thing.
It's either Gronk or Grunk or something like that. isn't
Something
it?
like that, yeah.
Bro, fuck it. That's what it is now.
Yeah, this got bitches. The girls inside are on protection. Yeah, that brain your section. Free. Fuck that. No one gives a fuck you. Take him out and break the brain that feet to the ice and crew. One by one, 1 on 4. Take all cause I run that 4. Pretty too war now, let's reveal when I knock on.
Yo, I never realised Australia is kind of lit, fam.
This is a different thing.
What did he say?
With the
Bruv, that's taking back Wild Wild West, bruv.
For real,
Man, I'm gonna turn
draw,
back to back. Take
the
steps.
draw, fam. Take 10 steps and then draw.
See these dealers who they never learn their lesson.
They wearing Adidas.
Gangbang, but they gangbang with protection.
Hey, there's a lot more weight here.
Still haven't told them physical. But when you took them lips, I'm talking about this to drop that bitch right to the best.
These men way more, definitely.
These man play rugby still.
Say 21 district way more than.
They're way more than.
He's at 1-4.
They're way more than 1-4.
1-4 looks more in shape now.
Do you know what? Where is 21 district from?
21 district, I guess.
Yeah, alright, but I don't. No, as a UK person, that means nothing to me. So if you know,
It's a postcode.
Let me know what
explained in the comments that the numbers are the ends of the postcodes.
Yeah,
Okay,
postcodes.
cool.
Beginning.
Alright, cool. Then my
end.
question is, how far is 1-4 from 21 district? Like, are they like fucking
In miles.
2 miles away? Are they 3 miles away? Like what?
You know, let's actually go and do our homework here.
What, Google Maps?
Play the video.
Play the video? Alright, cool. People say we should do homework, so.
Do
Do the homework.
I've been urging up to my district. Been dropping drops since 15. Been blowing smoke like a chimney. I clean the evidence quickly. News report, someone's gone missing. Who's that? Who's that? 21 in the Western area. We running mocks in the bread was starting the whole lot full of actors. Getting caught in the act, lads. How many times we did it done and dropped their ass, put it to the test and squeeze the money. That rap shit, them boys been backing. Tell the shit they never did. Them boys are plastic. 21 nations, bitch, they faking. These boys inventing shut the shit, they hesitate to spray it up. Trying to be famous, they think they have it. How many times we catch them? We teach them dogs are not in love with them hoods that stand up.
These are straight dicks.
They're not even like, there's no word, they're just like,
Yeah, straight
yeah,
dicks.
you lot are
Moist.
Yeah.
Put yourself. You took numerous trips one day, I like don't keep yourself. 100% you dip yourself. 110 you fake it just to make it back to your
Look
heart.
at this Mark Hunt looking motherfucker right here. Look at this wide body fucking dude.
You might, yeah.
Talk about all these texts, but you ain't about that life. My youngest, we're on the come up. I've been bringing that still topping up, so I'm breaking your hammer. I'm stepping around my doctors, hoping that one day we have the gutter. These critics move and get vanished. Let's try to make that fight with that pistol grip, they all got vanquished. We my team making jumps in and out of rock up. Ain't nothing gonna stop us.
What's that flag? What's this flag? Is that Tonga?
I honestly don't
Is
know.
that a Tonga
I don't
flag?
know what
Look
that
it up.
is.
Look up the Tonga flag. Cause I don't know. Yeah!
Oh!
Tonga!
Look at that!
Fucking
Hey,
Tonga!
look at that! I see. I never seen the Tonga flag in my life. See?
Things are focused, discuss my hocus. They came out off my dangerous pussy. This is not
Focus.
I'm living my life to the fullest, taking the bullet.
I was doing the same. These man look more like rugby players.
Yeah, bro. You know, a bit more wide body. Got a bit more mass to him.
Wide body boy.
Fucking in those fucking plantains, mate. What do they call them? Did you think they got plantains over there?
I don't know. What's that? What food they eat?
These man
Fucking
eating
yams,
kangaroo.
mate. In the
Fat
fucking yams.
kangaroos.
Yeah, fucking wallaby.
Alright, well,
Right, you wallaby.
My fucking smart, my fucking.
I don't know. What do you lot eat?
bro, they eat normal
They
food.
eat food just like everyone
Nah,
else.
fam, don't say that. fam.
Everyone's got their cultural
You
food.
got your fucking
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
You got
What's
room
a-
burgers.
What's
I don't know.
do you know what? What's a traditional cultural food in Australia? Because I don't know.
We can Google that right now.
Nah, blood. Man wants the comments. Man wants the real comments, fam.
Let us know what you're fucking eating right now.
Especially these lot.
What's for dinner?
When he just started the game, you really well I remember the name. He came to the game, he thought it was safe. He saw our face and his energy changed.
I'll be honest, I can't understand what he's saying because he's slurring his words,
Yo,
bro.
his bro was mad. I don't know what you
Bro,
said.
what was that,
Go for
man?
it. Go for it.
Go back. Let me hear it. I can make it out. Let me hear it.
Nah, blood. I'm not even trying to mock it, bro.
I got to focus. Wait.
Off my dangerous pussy, this is not really a purpose. I'm living my life to the fullest, taking the bullet, going the furthest.
I'm living my life to the fullest.
Tell me who wants it, tell me who's asking. We talking business since I was a young kid. Been here since started the game. You really well I
Yeah,
remember the
we're
name.
talking business again.
I like it, bro.
Our face and his energy changed. Know for a fact that
It's different to the
they
rest
only
of
drew this for the music. Well, when there's no need to prove this, old school 101 realist movies. You pull it up in the bed,
Old school,
bring it
man,
up in the
wanna do
straight
this.
for the man.
101.
up, gotta push it on the gram. Stacked up like a goddamn band, I've been doing no tea. With the work for my G's, I ain't never met a G like me. They ain't packing the heat. I've been running the streets, tell me loud, what you know about me?
Yeah, they ain't
What you know about moving that pack?
they ain't quite pushing the drill thing.
No.
They're not pushing the drill
They
thing.
think, you know what? I feel like they have the ideology of that's the UK thing. You lot
Yeah.
on the
You're
UK's
fucking
dick,
Gronks,
like you lot.
Listen,
Yeah.
you fucking Gronk shits. Yeah?
Gronk.
That's what they're talking.
Is that what they said?
What you know about fucking it back? What you know about making that trip? Put the pin on the maps to the Euro maps to the cruising. On the back of my G's, 4 times 10, y'all know 40s. So they ripping hard to the day. I need boarding that work to my lads, set free to my lads locked up. Big boys rocked up, in the million we count, so my lads locked up. Doing about that bars, doing about that life. We've got your message, but this is the reply.
That's locked up apparently, bro.
So they put him at the end on purpose. We got your message, but this is the reply.
Say nothing.
And then there's that other one, I know, Who's Real?
Who's
I think
Real?
It's a little
Who
bit,
was that?
a little bit more recent.
Who was that? The 21?
It's
What's Who's
the
Real?
other guys. What's their names?
1-4.
The 1-4.
Are we doing this in the right order though? Because I'm thinking.
I believe so, yeah. Chronologically.
Who's Real?
Yeah. Who's Real? It's more recent than that tune you just played. Now, I don't know how all this shit links up. Yeah?
Yeah.
No, this
I'm
is
not in on
hooligan
all the-
hefts.
All the,
bro.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's,
I don't know what all this is. Do you know what? I'm assuming.
it's back and forth.
I'm
I think
assuming,
it's
yeah.
This
That,
isn't-
I'm assuming that this isn't just rap beef. I'm assuming that this is getting real.
personal. This is
I'm assuming it's getting
I
personal.
feel like it was real before.
I'm assuming bodies are getting
Possibly.
caught.
It's possible. I don't know. Let us know what's happening. Because
Yeah, but this
obviously-
isn't 1-4. This is hooligan hefts.
This is what I'm saying. Like, it's back and
Oh.
forth.
Isn't that the
block
same side
figures.
as 21 District? That's what I'm saying. Is he not on the
Oh,
same
you
side
would've-
as the ones we just
Oh,
watched?
what? Because you said about
I don't
the No Effect song,
Yeah.
innit?
I don't
So-
know.
I think these lot might be with them, yeah. Is Hooligan Hefts with the 21 District people, or are they with the 1-4 group? Because I'm assuming they're with 21 District.
I don't want to be promoting all this gang shit, yeah?
It's not about that. I'm just trying to observe what's going on.
Gang. No, I'm joking.
What's on this gang thing out here, fam?
Gang.
Yeah, me. Just trying to figure out something that we showed interest in the first place.
Yeah,
And
we
that's
just have
turned
an
into
interest.
So, okay, what's this? It says at the
I don't
beginning.
know. I'm just going by suggestions.
This acknowledgement pays respect to the traditional custodians, ancestors, and continuing cultural, spiritual, and religious practices of Aboriginal and
Okay,
Torres
so they're
Strait
going back to the
Islanders
Aboriginal
people.
people.
Okay, alright. So
I like that.
they're very
Okay.
nationalistic, is it?
Mm.
We
Seems
acknowledge
so.
the traditional custodians of the land on which we work and live, and recognise their continuing connection to land, water, and community. We would like to acknowledge that this film was made on the traditional lands of Buramata and would like to pay respect to elders past, present, and emerging.
So
that
Spanish,
seems
bro.
like a very. How else am I gonna say?
I
It's
don't
got
know.
two bars. and two
Yo,
T's.
without going into this, yeah, going completely off subject quickly, yeah. Have you noticed how Aboriginal Australians are very similar to American Aboriginals? Like the Indian.
Oh, you're talking about the build, the nose.
Not necessarily
not the
features,
physical.
just in general the cultures, like the way their kind of culture works, if that makes sense.
Are you talking about the elders and the past?
Yeah,
past
just the way it
ancestors?
works is very similar.
Yeah, but
Fucking
that's
Aborigine ancestors,
even
mate.
it's even similar to African, because if you're talking about spiritual practices and ancestor worship, this happens in Africa as well.
Yeah, I guess.
So
Yeah.
it's not that. It's just it's not a Judaic religion or anything like Abrahamic religion.
That's something else.
Anyway.
That's all something else.
Yeah, that's just a side.
Don't you fucking call me a wog, mate.
If you do not wish to receive this call, please hang up now.
Is that prison? Yeah.
It looks like a jail.
That's a small prison.
It is. That's it. Okay.
Get out of that.
Bullet holes in the roof.
I know certain man that can jump that fence. I swear to you
Bruv,
not.
you know Spider-Man?
Huh?
Who's gonna jump that? Yeah, look
Bruv,
tall that fence is.
Certain
bro.
man will jump that, fam. I know certain people, fam.
Fucking nice, bro.
No, sir, people.
Certain man will leap that fence.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
nothing. What's that? Who look at everybody? Yeah.
He looks like he could be from fucking Peru, bro.
Yeah.
To be fair, they probably are the same people, because I believe at some point, the Polynesian people sailed over to America.
Yeah. No, you're
America,
right.
that's
You are right.
pre-Columbus.
No, you are right. Yeah,
Sailed
pre-Columbus.
over,
You're right.
and I don't know. I think it's very new.
Columbus
I
was
heard,
Spanish, isn't it?
Yeah.
Columbus
Was Columbus
was
Spanish, or was
Columbus.
Spanish or
I
Italian?
think he was Italian. I don't think he was Spanish. I think he was
Yeah,
Italian.
Italian would make sense.
Yeah. Anyway, there's evidence that the Polynesians actually touched South America, and that's where the current Americans, the Aboriginals of South America are from Polynesia. But that was Graham Hancock who said that.
Graham Hancock.
Yeah. So
The human history is not man's in the bins right now.
Ask for the message. I'll send it to you tonight for the night. If you get it to me as well.
How did they get in the bin, fam? Film the video.
They paid, man.
Is this some tourist jail or what?
that's jail, bro.
That's true. Oh no.
They're paying out money for their videos, isn't it?
This is what I was saying last time.
Do you know what it is? I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure a lot of prisons in Australia are privatized. So if they're privatized, you can come to them with a business
that would make
proposition.
sense. Yeah, let's
Like
film
this,
this.
like you could put like, let us film this.
Yeah, but man,
60 days in.
Man are making films in prison.
Yeah.
in the UK. Yeah. Cash.
It's true. Is that a chief?
Do you know what? I will say this, yeah. From the videos I've seen of these brothers, yeah, they are very creative, man.
Yeah, very
creative.
very.
Compared to the other guys?
Yeah,
Extremely
man. I mean,
massive.
I've only seen one video from the other dons, but I'm creative, man.
It's a kite.
An actual license.
Sounds like it might be a drug too.
It's fucking drill, bro. Ooh, I like the nuts.
Yeah, for real, I like it as well.
It's fucking cricket ball.
Which one of them is real? Who's got ticker? Who's got high?
Who's got ticker, bro? Are you mad? What, bro? You got a ticker.
Oh,
a ticker. Fucking ticker, man.
Okay.
One never been paused. Pulled me away for a whole lot of years and I came back no remorse. Fill me in with talk on the street and the crews that wanna go ball. Yeah, I heard they got numbers. We got a whole lot of fall. My soldiers bleed for the testers, please. Cut out the talk on the net we squeeze. When I have to pull out the
I like this show.
pray to the Lord that He bless them. Don't give me a reason to hop at the car when I spot ya. See you soon when I'm done. See you
You
soon.
might be a JK.
Nah, they don't
Real.
Face.
Man, the Australian JK, bro. Hey, what little boxing and that?
STG, RVO, that's real. Supermax, ETI, that's real. 5.5 years, Segway, real. Never seen one of you on let go, real. Was it our cash when the kick go real? Everybody with the throw out now, real. Resume check on the crew who's real. Pull off the max, let's see who's real. Pull up in the park with kids in the car, what's good, let's see who's real. Got the 501s in ends, they're real. Run a big Mac when they get there, real. Even my cone.
I'm liking it so far.
Listen, I'm gonna say this
I'm liking
because
it.
I've said this to you lot before. I don't listen to drill music.
Yeah.
You won't find any drill in my playlist anywhere, bro. But this I like.
It's not that I don't listen to it, but I don't listen to it as much as most people in the UK.
Yeah.
I'll be real, but I do find myself gravitating towards this Australian drill. I don't know why.
There's personality
maybe
to it.
because of the personality, the different dialect that they use, even the tones, the voice,
videos are very
the
good.
language,
Yeah,
you know.
videos,
Yeah,
man.
man. I don't know. I like it.
Compared to a drill video over here, which is just a bunch of man in ballies.
Yeah.
Basically,
Maybe because I'm so over familiar with it.
Yeah.
Because that whole man in Bally's thing, man's been doing that since before drill was even a thing.
That
So
turns me off.
to me, it's just like I've been about that life. Man's seen it. I don't care. I've seen it.
Not interested.
We they said they're real. Few of our boys in Real real. Got all see up in the max now real. Would've done a brick boy now that's real. Telling you soldiers wouldn't believe what the shit we done. Brick that question a bit. I'm telling you wouldn't believe what the wars we won. Who's real? They're not. Nah, they don't want none of this drama. It's too big for a house. That place don't go when I cock this back and they tell me I went too far. And that door don't talk out here, you really gotta own your style. Who's real? They're not. Nah. They don't want none of this drama. It's too big for a house. That place don't go when I cock this back and they tell me I went too far. And that door don't talk out here, you really gotta own your style. So who's real?
Can I get the rest of the check? Who do I call? Who's your reference? A19
Your fucking reference, man.
Free my
Fucking hell, yeah.
I did reference.
Hey, your reference,
Fucking do a reference. Give me the fucking number.
They doing each one, mate.
It's what?
You wanna talk else, you got taught a lesson. I'm trying to avoid this cell, but fucking hell, my trigger finger, I was stressing. I was 16 playing with shit. I'm not crazy, bitch, but I'm shooting the clips. Prepared to risk it all, just know that 4 of you coming with. My black cat lines on his face. No, I'm not talking about a slit. When he get locked up, say hi to my brethren. Bitch. Bitch.
Fucking bitch.
Got shit. Big fucking bitch.
He doubled down on the bitch.
Man said it. You fucking bitch.
Twice in a row, bro.
Fucking bitch. Fucking
Hold my fucking pocket.
Yo.
Hold the fucking pocket.
I like it.
Shit.
Yeah.
We haven't took one else. Someone passed the championship. Fuck off.
Who's real? They're not. Nah, they don't want none of this drama. It's too big for a house. That place don't go when I cock this back and they tell me I went too far. And that door don't talk out here, you really gotta own your style. Who's real? They're not. Nah, they don't want none of this drama. It's too big for a house. That place don't go when I cock this back and they tell me I went too far. And that door don't talk out here, you really gotta own your style. So who's real?
Hold tight them, man. Hold tight them, man.
You know what, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm loving the creativity, man, because do you know what? For real, you're doing creativity that I don't even see in the UK sometimes.
It's more than just drill.
Yeah, it's more than just drill. And sometimes that's what it's about, fams. Becoming more than what your actual genre of music is. You know what I'm saying?
The
In your
cinematics.
videos, your cinematics.
Yeah, man.
All of it.
It's legit.
This is sick.
I like it. You know what I mean? I like it.
Let's one more. Someone suggested another one. Some
I don't
other
remember.
artists. Some other artists.
Yeah, I remember seeing that in the comment. I can't
At
remember
this-
what it was though.
At this point, I can imagine the video's reaction section is quite long.
I can't let the strings together, man.
Feeling a bit.
You know what it is? When I drink too much, yeah, man.
You gotta take your fat elite, mate. Take piss. Yeah, gotta train the lizard.
Well, there was another one suggested, but I don't know.
It's all in the comments. Honestly, I don't know, man. But this is all interesting. I mean, there was no intention, obviously, to uncover all of this, all of this back and forth, because we had no, obviously. But it's definitely interesting. It's actually become like an actual thing that I want to do, just to look and see exactly what the fuck is going on here, just to find out the information. But honestly, I don't know.
Oh, we just did it. Okay, who's real? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that's the one. That's what I was thinking, man.
Okay, well, damn. Yeah, bro.
That's mental.
What more am I gonna say?
Hold tight them guys for doing that. I enjoyed that. And I don't listen to drill, so.
Yeah, man, that was certified still.
I think it's really good. I think the production is very good.
Production is very good.
You know, the angles that the cameramen are coming with.
I mean,
Yeah, through the little keyhole bit, bruv, where, that was
globally,
nice.
Australia's kind of slept on. You know, you don't think about it. You know, I've heard of French MCs.
Bro,
I've heard of
let me
Spanish
tell you
MCs,
now, when it
South
comes to
American.
Australia, yeah, I think of maybe 4 main things that I like big.
Home and away.
One of them is John Wayne Parr.
John Wayne Parr.
John Wayne Parr.
Is he that big though? Like he's known in Muay Thai.
To me, if you know about the Muay Thai community, you know about John Wayne Parr. That's the way I see it. Yeah, so John Wayne Parr.
4.
Crocodile Dundee.
Yeah.
What's fucking?
This is fucking disrespectful.
I'm thinking that. I'm just like, mate, you're a crazy. Man said John Wayne Park and Crocodile Dundee. Man.
No. But I mean on a mass produced scale. Like I don't think like when you think of
You talk about
celebrities.
exports, media exports.
Don't get me wrong, Neighbours.
Yeah, media exports. You're talking so.
Home and away.
I'm not even gonna continue. Yo.
Hey, but I think there are other things. I mean, there was Steve Irwin. You know?
No. But this is what I'm saying. No.
You can't even front
But this
Steve
is what I'm
Irwin.
saying. Like from an aspect of like celebrity status. Like I can't think of major people like Margot Robbie.
Hemsworth.
Margot Robbie. Don't get me wrong, she's Australian.
Chris Hemsworth.
Kylie Minogue. She's Australian.
Oh yeah, she got Danny Minogue.
Yeah, Danny Minogue. They started off in Neighbours. You know what
But
I'm
this
saying?
is what I'm saying. This is a new export for the Aussies.
That's my point. Like I'm not trying to be disrespectful.
Yeah.
Like that's my point. It's just you're at that stage now. I feel in Australia where the UK was when grime and drill was trying to be established and people were preventing it from being a certain status.
And the difference now is connectivity.
Yeah.
We are all connected now, so everything we're saying, you can hear. Everything you say, we can hear. So it's that's just how it is. And before, we wouldn't have been able to see anything that was going on in anywhere else in the world, really. But now, we've got access to every corner of the fucking globe.
Yeah.
You can see that shit. I've seen fucking Japanese grime.
Yeah,
I've
that's
seen,
wild.
Yo,
I've seen
that
Aussie
grime is aggressive.
Well, it's quintessential grime. It's
Did you not see the
quintessential
South
grime.
African grime that I sent?
No, I haven't seen
I sent it in the group chat.
What is it?
South African grime.
South African
Just go on
grime.
YouTube and type in South African grime. It should come up. It should come up with this bread.
South African grime.
Yeah, I posted it in the group chat, man. It should
I saw
be-
some Aussie grime as well. But South African grime,
I'll have to go
German.
back a little bit to try to find it.
Yeah, but if they're speaking German, there's no point.
But it's the case with most of these things, man.
Is it this one?
They don't speak our language.
It's I don't know.
What time it is?
Yeah,
Shut up.
spread out.
Let's get it in South African fam. Yo, you ain't the best. So go D-I-E and man, I'll get marquee free. Try me. Bitch it up down when you see my team. Then the place shut down for the P.I.V. Lot of girls here wanna be my queen, but only like man cause of B.I.G. You love your bitch, but she love me cause I smoke fat too. Can I sit my lane? Yeah, no dope when the crime open your eyes like you've been smoking the pipe over the night. I've got no double about taking the guy till he gets a hold of his life. Otherwise left hooks holding a fight. I know man that roll with a knife. And if you get hot, man's cold in the night. So give it a thing twice and you're holding your pride. Stand up like guess who's back now. Shadow of freak when I beat in the background. Yeah, they cooked up with no bats on the AK spray. Get shot with a background. Spit one out, one beat in the hole. You can find me in the back with a bitch that you know. Thinking you're stone. Jumping in the go bar. Living to my school, to my class, so I go far. Go hard, you know who it is. Ain't no bad match, no brothers. Open a bit with a coke and I spit deep in the streets when I roll in the whip. Yeah, I roll in the whip. When I roll in the whip, see man, when I roll in the whip. Yeah. Who's ready for the war? Machete in the heavy, I'm a devil when I walk. Catch me in the back too, deadly with the sword. And you know we got the gaps if you really want to talk. Yeah, if you want to question for me, tell a man shut up, stone.
It's fucking grime.
It's grime.
Tell a man shut up, but I'm not stone. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I saw
Is that the only guy?
There's probably others, but I didn't really.
Yeah, but he
deep
sounds
it.
English.
I didn't deep it.
I mean, it was hard to tell. Do you remember the Canadian brother from the last Lord of the Mics?
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Hard cut pussy.
Yeah, he's hard though.
Hard cut
He's
pussy.
You
hard.
know what? That's
Very
interesting. That's interesting that you said he sounds UK, yeah, because it's like.
Yeah.
So you know how
Yeah.
you know how when hip hop came around, UK, for example, would look to America, and there would be such thing as cultural imperialism to the point where everyone done it. Don't care. You can't chat shit. Everyone raps in American voice. That's cultural imperialism. So now, it's interesting because where grime has been established within the UK and it's UK based, will people have a form of cultural imperialism from the UK and start rapping in a UK
Possibly.
accent in grime
Possibly,
from other
yeah.
countries?
Yeah, unless you're like Ed Sheeran and you're like, fuck it, I'm gonna sing in an English accent.
Yeah,
Until you actually decide.
it's interesting.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
That's how it happens, though. I mean, just like Jojo, so I got a brand new cat.
But that's what it is happening in Ireland with Irish drill.
Yeah.
There's artists in Ireland who spit they spit in the English accent.
Yeah.
Because they said that it's more like people prefer it.
Yeah.
But really and truly, I, as a rapper, respect someone who raps in their accent.
Do
Yeah,
your
same,
thing.
like-
Do your thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want...
Like my man, Ink.
Yeah, that Ink brother, yeah. He's hard. I don't want to listen to, for example, French hip hop and hear English. talking. I don't want to hear English words. I want to hear French words. Whether I understand you or not, I want to hear it.
Yeah.
Because I know that's more real to you than... Do you know what I mean? I feel it more. Even if I don't understand it, I feel it more because it's real.
It's genuine expression.
Yeah, it's genuine and I like it.
Yeah.
And I like hearing... Because that's what hip hop and genres like grime and that does to people. Like, it brings people together and it shows different collectives of different countries and the way styles are
Every
produced
culture
and
has
all of this stuff. Like, it's nice.
Like when I first started hearing Afro beats, I didn't want to listen to it because it sounded too much like dancehall.
Yeah, in the beginning.
Yeah,
I know
I
what you
didn't
mean,
want,
in
I
the
didn't want to
beginning,
listen to it. 'Cause
yeah,
it's like,
I
why
know
are you
what
doing
you
the Jamaican thing? But when they actually started incorporating African drum patterns,
Listen.
African instruments, it's just like, yeah,
I
man,
love that though.
do that, please.
I love that though.
Yeah.
Like, Wizkid really used to sound.
Wizkid.
Yeah,
really used to sound like Bashman.
But his
perfect
sound
example,
is
perfect
developed
example.
But for me, the one who stands out the most with the African style is Burna Boy.
Yeah, Burna Boy, 100%.
Because Burna Boy
Coming
always
with that fella style now.
Yeah, he takes that
100%.
Come with the
100%.
fella style.
He takes the inspiration from Fela Kuti. He got a new song.
It's a new song, yeah?
Who's this with?
Yeah,
Jeremiah?
Jeremiah.
Yeah.
Get him, man.
Serrani. Do you remember Serrani?
Yeah. I like Burna Boy, man. I can't lie. You know what? The sound is kind of like old school R&B, but mixed with that new wave Afro beat kind of
No,
vibe.
listen. You see that bass line you're hearing?
Yeah,
that's not new,
That's
bro.
African style.
That ain't new.
No. It's old school. It's old
Africa.
school. Yeah.
That instrument and that's
But what I
not
mean
new,
is,
bro.
it's not new, but to a popularity view, it's new.
popular here, yeah.
Yeah, do you get what I'm saying?
So let me tell you something, girl, if you relax. And don't be tripping on the because I be back. Your friend, them in your ears, them a chat, you never listen to that.
Now this is interesting because Burna Boy sometimes chooses to spit in like patois.
Yeah. African
Which is
style.
He's
interesting.
done that.
What do you mean?
on-
Jamaica? You talking about
No.
That's patois.
He spits patois on the song that he done with Damian Marley.
This, even
What?
this.
What? I've not heard this.
You not heard the song with Damian Marley?
No,
Bro, that
very
is like
hard
a
tune.
big tune,
Very
fam.
hard
Yeah?
tune.
Big
Anyway, hold
tune.
And don't be like if you not spend them on this stack. I got a wife, you don't worry about. You already knew that when I met you on the
You wanna spend more time,
Do you know what? Going off subject, but on subject, he chooses to use a lot of the same girls that he has in a lot of other videos.
Really?
Because
Yeah.
he's bitten
I
them
tell you
hard,
what,
man.
Nah.
I tell you why, because there was a
No
girl
idea.
there that I just clocked that was in the anybody.
Anybody.
Yeah, he was, and she was in that video. But yeah, carry on, just right.
You wanna spend more time, but hey, baby, can you keep a secret for a long, long time?
This is wavy.
Yeah, I like it. Do you know what I'm liking about this kind of style of music though, yeah? It's bringing back like a form of, how do I put it? It's bringing back like a form of like moving, like a soulfulness.
Yeah,
I don't know, like
moving.
Smooth moves, bro.
Bro, when was the last kind of music you can recall, excluding old school like R&B and like maybe?
Yeah, I know what you
So,
mean.
do you get what I'm saying?
I know
Like
what
in
you
a
mean.
modern sense,
Yeah.
modern sense, like 21st century.
Grinding, slow
Yeah, like a
grinding.
slow grinding kind of
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's just a vibe. It's like a vibe where you just wanna fucking get soulful and start
We've
skanking and. Do you get what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you mean. Like Bashment, it would be like more
Yeah,
like
like
100
a-
stab,
yeah.
fucking dirty wine. One of
Yeah,
them, one of
but
them.
this is
you
a
know what I mean,
vibe where
man?
you just wanna like, yo, grab one thing in the club and just start
Start
doing
grinding.
dancing,
Yeah.
bro.
Bashment is like On the radiator.
Dagga, 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 da.
Big up the pussy like crocodile.
Lift up that pussy like.
Set it pan fire.
Anyway, this is a banger. Hold on.
Yeah, this is hard still. I'm like,
you will be going crazy cause I make you come back every time I'm closer, closer. Smack your booty and
this is a song where you can dance with a girl without seeming like it's disrespectful and dagger.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying?
Just grind it, man. Grind.
You wanna spend more time, can you keep a secret for a long, long time?
Wait. I feel like Burna Boy is bringing a certain flavour back to the scene. Not this, like, do you know what I mean? It's bringing like a certain
soulfulness.
Like, I don't know, I can't explain it, fam.
Tribalistic flavor.
It's like you don't hit, like, don't get me wrong, like, I listen to people like Chris Brown, and I'm not feeling it as much anymore. Like, I'm not feeling it, fam. Like, but he's bringing something to it where it's like, yeah, it's got this soulfulness, but like a vibes to it.
Yeah. It's real.
Yeah, like I don't know.
It's original.
I don't know what you want to call it, but he's bringing it.
Yeah,
and it's something that I haven't seen in a while. In mainstream.
Yeah, no GM food here.
No GM food.
No GM food
in mainstream music.
Yeah, yeah.
You know. That was hard.
It's a vibe, man.
It is a serious vibe.
Bruv.
That's what I like, man. There's certain tunes that have a vibe about it where it's just grown.
Old type Burna Boy, artist.
Let me say
Nigerian
now, yeah.
artist of 2019.
If you can listen to a Burna Boy song, I don't care where you are, on the bus, in the street. If you're listening to a Burna Boy song and you don't feel the need to move, you are not feeling it.
Your face is not encouraging.
I'll be on the bus listening to Burna Boy, fam, and I have to move, fam, in a certain way. I don't know, fam. I look nuts on the bus.
Man's gonna refund you.
I have to
You're
move,
not
fam.
dancing.
Like, I don't give a fuck, fam.
Take it.
Burna Boy,
you gotta feel music, fam. If you don't feel music, fam, you're not a music.
You know what I
man.
think it is, yeah? I think Burna Boy, where he's inspired by a lot of that real, like, Afrobeat.
Yeah, man. African music.
The Fela Kuti.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? The, what's my man's name, man?
King Sonny Ade.
Yeah, King Sonny Ade. There's another one.
There's a lot of fucking artists, man. I've heard.
What's that brother called? Something Cole. What's his name? Something Cole.
Ain't no Coles out here.
Nah, there is
Akula.
That's the Funkies, yeah.
Hey, bro. I want to Action Bronson for remixing that, though.
Yeah, I like the original, but
I like the original, but that was just like nice little. But homage.
One Day Cole. No, he's a new guy. I'm talking about
proper old school
Afrobeat. You know what I mean? Juju music style.
I said Juju music.
That's what it's called. It's called Juju music.
Yeah, it's out there.
Yeah, man. So
do me a favor. Play Ben the song with Damian Marley. Just so he gets understands what I mean by the whole patois thing. That he can all.
No, Burna Boy switches between patois and.
Yeah, but that's my point. It's just to show
because they're similar anyway. They're very similar.
Now greetings to the world. Alongside Burna Boy, you know. Yes, boy.
This is very similar.
know with different style with delivering. I don't have no equivalent. Different predicament. Every day a different problem. Different life from the government.
Wait, this is on the album.
Yeah, this is on.
I've heard this, bruv. Yeah, I've heard this.
Yeah, he's heard it already,
Yeah,
man.
Bruv.
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think Afro beats.
It's coming up.
It's not even coming up. It's here.
Yeah,
it's there.
It's
there,
there.
man.
It's there already.
At the end of
There's
the day.
fucking festivals and all sorts.
Mate, when I was at the
Liver and healing.
when I was at the Ends Festival last year, the Afro Beats day was the latest day.
It would have to be.
Yeah, it has to be.
It was the best day, and that's the only day that I actually danced.
Just.
Do you know what I'm saying? Because WizKid came on. WizKid did a madness.
Bro, if you think about
The
it,
guy could jump around for half an hour, bro.
you need to look at it like this, yeah? Drill music is never going to incorporate a certain mood where it's going to be like, yeah, I want to dance. I'm sorry, but it will never do that. Grime will never really do that.
No.
So you look to certain genres like Afro beats, like, you know what I'm saying, like R&B, whatever. I don't know.
Personally, Afro beats is the only genre that makes me want to dance.
Bro, do you know why? The drums.
Yeah, that's what it is for. The drum, Africa.
The
drum. I'd get. Fun fact: the drum originated in Africa.
Yeah.
Surprise.
Yeah. It's not a surprise to me, fam, because if you got to go back through history, like, do you know what it is? Certain people will look back at history and hate on it because I don't know why, but some people will really want to deny the fact that they potentially, because unless you was actually there, you don't really know, but potentially originate from Africa.
Well, listen, people need to realise that, they need to let go of their prejudices.
Yeah, no. And that's my point. They need to, because you need to realise, like, your race or whatever has not created everything in the world. You get what I'm saying? I don't know why, innit? Like, certain people feel that they've created everything in the world. It's not the case, bro. Yeah. It's not the case. And the sooner you let go of it, the happier you'll be. It's true. Am I lying? It's true. The happier you'll be, fam. Yeah. It's like someone who feels they can control everything. Sooner you realise you can't control everything in life, you're the happier you'll be. It's the same thing.
Yeah, you can't control everything.
Simple as.
Yeah, I mean, you have to let things live.
Yeah.
Let things live.
Bruv, and it's not a case of hating on a culture that has developed these sounds or whatever. It's a case of embracing it. If you embrace it,
you can create something from it.
You can create something from it, bro. How do you think things like blues, jazz, rock and roll, like, come on, man. You know what I mean? It's
create, initiate, evaluate.
It's like
exaggerate.
Like going back quickly to the whole 114 thing when the Hooligan Hef brother, who done that whole drill song, but then he incorporated house into it.
Yeah.
Come on, man, that's what happens. Like when you send genres of music across the world and they get manipulated and changed, and it's a thing of adopting cultures and making your own from adopted cultures. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about.
One thing that Burna Boy does, that I really like, that you don't hear many other singers do, is he has like a sharp thing that he does.
It's very like that's an African thing, man. Well, I wouldn't say I don't want to.
It reminds me of Lion King.
In the song of Burna Boy's, and this is just a personal thing that I just want to know how it's pronounced, but he says a word in the song.
Disclaimer: I don't speak Yoruba.
Okay.
Yoruba is limited.
You know this song? I don't even want to pronounce it.
Bona.
That one. No, that's Burna Boy. No, this song.
Yeah.
He says, I think it's pronounced Jabadi. Jabadu.
That sounds Indian to me.
Or something.
Jabadi.
Wait, I might be wrong. Wait. Hear it. Because I actually researched it, but I didn't know how to pronounce it properly. Wait. This song.
You want that?
Wait. Because I don't know if it's a silent G. This bit. That bit. The bedu.
Hey, that's new to me.
Right, bedu.
That
word. It's a implosive vowel.
Okay.
Yeah,
that word. Do you know what that word means?
Implosion.
Do you know what that word means?
What is it?
That word basically means big drums. When the big drums enter body, all the girls them go shake their body. I just want to know how to actually say it.
I don't know. My Yoruba is
The
weak,
bedroom
fam.
don't
I have
enter
0 to
body.
none.
Bedu.
Yo, all type of
All I know in Yoruba is Baoni.
And Oyimbo.
Dadani.
Oyimbo.
And also
I
a
am
response to
Oyinbo.
Baoni is Alafia, Oshe, Iwonka.
Onka.
Okay.
Yeah, how's it?
Also the Ekara. Good morning. Ekasan. Ekale. There's
What?
different
And what's
times in the day.
Ekasan?
Ekasan. It's either evening or afternoon. I can't remember.
I'll tell you why, yeah, because that sounds like Ghanaian when you say etise,
No,
which
it's
is
not.
like hello kind of thing.
It's different, bro.
Etise.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
loads of
Papa.
things, man.
Honestly, I don't know.
Oti is no. I know a few words.
Do you know
what?
what? I love language. Like I love
Yeah.
I love learning certain languages.
Language
like,
is
or
killer.
just even certain words. It just like because it's funny. Like you learn certain words, yeah, and you hear that particular word in another language or culture, but it has a completely different meaning.
Yeah.
Like I like there's one like you might correct me on this, yeah, but I believe in Portuguese, in European Portuguese, curva means corner,
I don't know.
as in corner.
Well,
I might be wrong, but I think it means
Really?
corner. But in Polish, kurwa means bitch.
Yes, bitch.
So
Kurwa.
it's funny because it's like you got a kurva and a kurva.
No kurwa, no kurwa.
Yeah, no,
all I know for corner is canto.
Canto. Okay.
I don't know.
No canto do Brasil.
You come to the Brazil, man.
I had a Portuguese brother. Yeah, he's a delivery driver. Yeah, and I told him.
There's bare Portuguese
Is it tudo bem?
Tudo bem.
Right. I said that exactly
You
how
didn't
I
say
just
it
said
right,
it.
bro.
No,
Tudo
I
bem.
said it exactly how I just said it, and you understood what I was on about. Yeah, so
Tudo
you
bem.
know what I'm on about. Yeah, I said exactly like that, and he said, "I don't know where you learn your Portuguese
I know you,
from, man.
the thing is, yeah, you don't pronounce it right, bro.
No, I said it how I just said it. You understood what I was on about.
Yeah, because I know what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
Tudo bem.
I said it how you said
If
it.
you just bust it out on a brother who's not expecting it, he's gonna be like, what are you talking
No, I
about?
said
Yeah.
tudo bem.
Tudo bem.
Tudo bem.
Tudo bem.
See, it's not said, you didn't say it right.
I said it.
Tudo bem.
Tudo bem. That's how I
Tudo
said
bem.
it. I said it. Tudo bem.
Tudo bem.
And he went to me. I don't know what you're talking about, man. He was like, you're talking Southernese, Portuguese, bro. Like,
Tudo. I don't even know if that's a word. Tudo.
Tudo.
It's to do.
tudo
So
bem.
it's similar
Tudo
to Spanish.
bem.
Tudo. Todo.
Yeah, but when you
Todos
say when
los
you say
días.
when you say it quick, are you really
Todos
picking it
días.
up like that? When you say it quick, say it quick.
What? Tudo bem?
No,
Tudo bem.
see, you're trying
Tudo
it.
bem.
man.
I'm not. That's how they say it. They
You're
say
trying it. The
Tudo
cameras
bem.
are rolling.
Contigo?
You're trying it.
Like, that's how they say it. Tudo bem.
The cameras are rolling.
No, it's not
man.
Tudo bem.
The cameras are trying.
It's not to the bend.
They're trying it, cuz.
I
I
don't-
respect that though. Don't worry. I respect that hustle. Let's carry on.
Bro,
Let's move
Tudo
on.
bem is not a word.
I think we're done here.
Yeah, man. Alright, cool. Boom. Yeah, end it.
None the wiser.
None of Wise Podcast 27. Subscribe YouTube, Instagram, Spotify. Come on, let's get this support up.